The time has come to face the final challenge of the Deep Coliseum. We finally get to encounter Deep King Agnol, and either his hairy chest or chainmail textured shirt. I can't tell. It looks like it could be either one. Maybe he's got hair underneath the chainmail. Oh, please tell me that his shadow poke is a shadow Kingdra. Please tell me. Come on, Chi. Chi. No! It's not a Kingdra. I was so hopeful. So hopeful. Oh, yes, actually, we do know what the shadow poke is that Agnol has. He's got a hold of a shuckle. Hey, maybe that is the shuckle from Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Crystal Gold or Silver that dude in Cinnabar, not Cinnabar Isle, Cianwood City had a hold of and said, hey, can you protect this? If you turned him down and it got stolen, well, it was apparently turned into a shadow poke and then entered into the Deep Coliseum. What an unfortunate thing. You really should have taken that shuckle. And you can take that shuckle, and then when you talk to that guy again, he's like, hey, can I get my shuckle back? I think everything's chill. I think Team Rocket's gone. I think we're good. I think that crazy bastard you seen who was hopping around chasing Suicune, yelling out all kinds of things, I think he's gone. You know, he was a strange folk. He rolled around, very much like his Electrode, to get around from place to place even quicker. Very strange dude, very strange. But yeah, so don't let that shuckle be stolen by this guy. There's nothing you can do. And if you want 100%, you're going to have to go through the Deep Coliseum. This is the one set of Colosseums you cannot avoid. Kind of like the first time we went through the Pyrite Coliseum, just to make sure we could see the operation of shadow pokes. See what in tarnation is going on down here in the under. We needed to enter, so we could win a shadow poke. We never did get that shadow poke. I mean, all right. I guess if you want to consider all the shadow Pokemon we got after that, because we could just, take them from every one that we found, I guess that makes up for it a little bit. But I still wanted a free shadow poke. Agnol is tough. He too is utilizing a lot of second gen so far. Skarmory and Kingdra, exclusive to Gold, Silver, and Crystal when they first came out. That's why I love Colosseum so much, because it's like a 3D extension of Crystal and the second gen world. Oh damn! That is some pretty big power. We're gonna need some help from the sun. Sun. Here it comes. Because if we can weaken Kingdra's Hydro Pump, and hopefully it misses. Oh, Skarmory got a good set of damage there. Then maybe we could finish off Skarmory with Typhlosion. Oh, not so effective. Still a good chunk of damage. Maybe we could finish him off with Typhlosion and get rid of this rain. I thought we were doing a good thing, okay? The strategy I was doing. It's pretty simple. You set up the rain, you make sure Thunder hits every time. But the problem is, Amphi gets to strike each time with Thunder, but it also gets hit hyper effectively with Hydro Pump. Okay, it's even worse than Super. It's Hyper. You know what I'm talking about if you're playing the Bit Trip series. But that didn't last. That didn't even work a little bit. So let's try this again. Okay, Amphi. I want you to go for a Thunder. And I want you to smite that Dragon Seahorse. Horsea turns into Sea Dragon. Which is badass. We need some more Water Dragon types. I believe that there's only Palkia and Kingdra. Maybe we'll find some in the 6th gen. Who knows? But that's such a good type combination. It makes it so that the only thing Kingdra is affected by, the only thing, is Dragon types. Not even my Suicune's Aurora Beam would be super effective. It would be normally effective, and probably more effective than Surf. For this moment... Oh, come on. You really had to disrupt the thunder. You can't let the thunder come in the rainstorm. I had a guaranteed hit. And I'm immobilized by love. Bullshit. Alright. We will, since we are immobilized, revive some of our team members, because I refuse to lose this fight. It's not going so well. He knocked out pretty much almost all of our team, because I don't have a good dragon-type move. If I did, I could focus separately on mass super effective moves against each poke, Kingdra and Skarmory separately, but I can't, because Kingdra's too strong! Oh, please let me live. No! Oh, why'd you have to go after Anthe? You just can't let me get in any attacks. It's all down to Suicune whittling these fools down. I have to put Kingdra to sleep. This thing is a freaking juggernaut. My gosh! Why won't you die, Kingdra? You've killed like everything. That's why I love Kingdra, but it's so hard to get. That was the thing. I always loved it. I always saw it in the Pokedex. You know, the strategy guide Pokedexes that you could get that were never completed. They never had Celebi. They never had any of the event pokes because they were like, oh, we're going to pretend like these don't exist. But they do. They do exist. And finally, Skarmory is down. Man, we're lucky that Agnol and all of our other enemies we've encountered don't use revival items. We're so lucky. So lucky. Because, yeah, I've been doing that strategy a lot. And it just, it really would not be good for us if they could pull off the same moves. Thankfully, now that Kingdra is finally asleep, and we can use Irony Tail that misses, and it wakes up immediately! No! Oh, that's brutal. That is quad effectiveness. That's Giga. That's Giga super effective. Man, this is intense. So intense that I had to shut the door in my new house out here in Longmont. I've got neighbors, and you know, I guess they're nice people, but they really like their Spanish music, and it's just a lot of mariachi stuff and a lot of accordions, and I don't have a problem with it. But the thing I do is that it's got bass. It shakes the road. I mean, that's their speakers, good for them, but accordion is not supposed to have bass. And you don't know how funky it is to be trying to win a very difficult fight here with this freaking Kingdra that won't die. At level 70! Oh, well, that explains it right there. I mean, level 70 versus level 50s and 40s. I am so out of my league here. Oh, but I refuse to quit. I am going to reap the rewards of revival herbs. Herbs are your best friend, man. They bring you back from the dead. Revival. Amphi's gonna come back. He's gonna make a strike, I swear. This rain dance will have been worth something other than strengthening Kingdra's attacks. Thankfully, we get a boost by Surf as well, so it may not be very effective on Kingdra, but consider how really super not very effective it would have been had we not made the rain. Okay, it's no excuse for the fact that I pretty much just set up my opponent by doing rain dance, but great, now we're paralyzed. Not. Oh, crap. That's the last thing I need, is this giraffe poke to have an electric move. You're not the Zeb Striker. You shouldn't have anything electric. But man, it all comes down to these herbs. This is the issue I have with Colosseum. It's the grinding. I'm not, I mean, I guess that really is what keeps me back from playing RPGs overall. It's just the grinding element, that I have to go through these areas of weaker enemies, but just slightly strong enough so I can get enough experience to level up. It becomes a chore and a bore! But at least we got some more team members revived, and we will continue that trend, because, you know, I don't think that Amphi has the defenses that Suicune does. Suicune at least took care of Skarmory, and that's not very effective. Nice try. Nice try. Don't tell me you have Earthquake. Don't you dare! And it's going for the infatuation, as always. I can't believe I fall for that every time. Amphi, you gotta get it together. Alright, at least you paralyzed that thing. You made it slower. Now use your Donner Bolt! Or not. You can totally just let Kingdra win and, you know, rake in the benefits of our Munnis and our not getting of the Shadow. I just at least want to get Shuckle. Let me get a capture of that. Let me take that thing with me. I will come back and use it against you! I doubt a Shuckle would really do any really good thing here, though. It's mainly a defensive poke, and I forget what move that is. That does the switcheroo of defense stats for attack stats, but I don't think that Shuckle has it. Nor do I really want to run around for like 2 episodes or 3 episodes of Yu Yu Hakusho waiting for my shadow pokes to be healed. Because that's what I do. I mean, that is how the majority of these shadows are going to get purified, people. I hope you know. There are definitely different ways to purify the shadows. There's the perfume, there's walking around with them, there's having them in the first slot of your party, kind of like an egg, having them battle, having them not die, things of that nature. Calling them in battle, that's really effective. And depending on their nature, you will know what to do. And I'll make an entire separate episode about that, because the majority of this game has been battles. But in these battles, we've collected a shit ton of shadow pokes, and we still got to purify them for this 100% run of the game to be technically completed. Because you got to know the best way to do it. You got to know which way to go. Do I battle? Do I walk around? It tends to be, for me, no matter whether they're better at battling or walking around, I just choose walking around. Because you can do it mindlessly. In Phoenix City, you can walk around that giant fountain and then just turn on your favorite anime and watch a few episodes of whatever season you're on. And by the time you're done, you could see that, oh, look at this. All the shadow gauge has been depleted. And all I did was walk around for like 2 hours. That's cool. All I had to do was roll this toggle stick. I was pretty much just sitting here watching anime the whole time anyway. So you still get things accomplished, but you heal the shadows fast. That's the efficient way to grind in this game. The not so efficient way is to do the way that the game intended and actually take on Colosseums. And I bet it actually would have helped. Really, I bet it would have come in handy against this level 70 Kingdra. Oh, and of course, Sableye goes for Suicune. It knows better. Knows not to attack Umbreon, the dark type. Just wouldn't be very effective. That's not to say that it wouldn't be effective at all, because dark types are not affected at all by psychic, but they are affected, not very effectively, against the ghost types. And yes, confusion support kicks in. Yeah, that's right, Kingdra. You're not the only one who can do some confusing status type moves. Yeah, try to confuse people like Ampharos, not really a person, but a poke, to fall in love with your evil dragon tactics, just so you could get a Hydro Pump off it to the face. I see what you're doing. Oh, but look at that. He took a clue from what Umbreon could do, and great. Now Sableye is on, or Shed Ninja is on the field, and we don't have anything super effective against it. Well, let's take out the Sableye. I know that Shed Ninja has Wonder Guard. Wonder what will kill it? This will. And I think a status confusion will take care of it kindly. Because unlike Kingdra, it doesn't have that health. Doesn't have the huge amounts to spare if it does get hit by confusion one time. It can survive, and it can continue its onslaught. But if this thing, hurts itself in confusion, think about Wonder Guard, and the only reason this Pokemon has it is because it has 1 HP. And now you wonder why. Aha! Shuckle! And who let you onto the battlefield, Chief? I thought you were in the stands. I thought you were going to cheer on for me, and now you're like, I'm standing right behind you. I see the shadow pokes. I'm a creeper. Are you doing my bidding? Aha, I'm going to take all the shadow Pokemon from you once they're purified. Once they're at full power, I will take them all. That's Chi's plan this entire time. Why else would she have been hanging around? She's got to try and one-up on this Poke Thief. I mean, in a world of gangsters, in the desert wastes of raiders, and pretty much free-for-all for whatever you can do, even if it's shadow-tizing Pokemon. Yeah, she could be a spy. Or she could just be helping. Either or, it could go either way. And so I would say the most important thing of this fight is have a Dragon-type move at your side. I know that sounds easier said than done, but if you can find something that's effective, maybe train that Vibrava, for example, that will evolve into a Flygon if you keep training it, and that's definitely worthwhile bringing to this fight, because if you can finish it off with a super effective Dragon Breath, and Flygon should be faster than Kingdra, if you, well, I don't know if you really care about EVs in this game. It's pretty much get what experience you can and hope for the best, but hopefully your Flygon's faster. And hopefully you can get a jump on this Kingdra. And the way you can be assured of that is if you continue to grind on your mind, if you don't mind, which Mount Battle's perfect for. Because Flygon will be your best friend in this fight. Because Kingdra's really it. I think that Kingdra was the toughest thing. That Skarmory put up a fight for a while, but there's more weaknesses that Skarmory holds than Kingdra does, and that's just the plain fact of things. And it's harder to hit Kingdra when you make it super effective in its Hydro Pump abilities. Be caught! And now we'll finish this. Beam Cannon! He lives. But he is alone. So now we don't have to worry about, say, using Surf. That should be fun. Ride the wave, bro. Aww. You kidding me? Gonna use a full restore? Like a bitch. Yeah, look who's talking. How many minutes did I waste using revival herbs? So you could either use Flygon, or you could do like me and use a lot of revival herbs and still get through this fight. That's the cool thing, I guess, about this game. I mean, I have been complaining that, oh, it forces you to grind, man. But look at all the not grinding I've done. I see you're so skilled in using the herb. Yeah, best around, buddy. It's hard not to be when you're Colorado. But anyway, yes, you use the herbs for your benefits, or you use Flygon to complete the opponent. Your choice.